Hello, parents, and happy Friday. Sorry to bother you with this, but I just wanted to clarify a few questions that you may have that have been directed to us about Discovery Days, when they're happening, why they're happening, what is happening. So I figured it would be easiest just to make a little video to talk about our approach, some of the things we're going to be doing throughout the year, what this means for the students, what it means for the faculty, um, just to give you a better idea of the program overall and what we hope to accomplish as a school, and also the opportunities that this will present for your children. I firmly believe that this will be something um, that can be life-changing for them. It's also something that a normal school is never really going to do. The beauty of St. Joe is that we are a small school and a family knit community that can handle a program like this. Um, I feel confident that our kids can do all these different types of things. But I think the biggest purpose is that it gives us, as an independent school, faith-based school that puts a tremendous value on being skills-based and is evolving into a life skills institution that coincides with academic, student life, athletics, all those things together. I think this is a program that bridges the gap and can touch a lot of things that allows our kids to experience and learn outside of the classroom. So if you see my screen, it's just going to say the purpose of Discovery Day. So the way I compartmentalize it, if you can see the large Discovery Day, a Discovery Day, and maybe what some people are thinking is it doesn't necessarily mean that nothing is going to happen. So I look at it as there's three sections of a Discovery Day. One, of course, is academic. One revolves around student life, and the other revolves around servant leadership, which is our service program that we instituted this year. So I want to concentrate first on the academic and experiential learning. On Discovery Days, it does not mean that will be a day of no classes. So I just want to be clear with that. Today, for example, we have a large college fair coming on campus that all grades, 9 through 12, will get to experience. But they're still attending 4 of their of the 8 periods. Next week, or in the next 2 weeks, they'll have the other 4 of those 8 periods. So everything kind of stays in line in terms of class time that each course is getting. But in addition to their regular courses that they'll be taking on the Discovery Day, one of the things that we want to teach is those life skills. The things that aren't always necessarily in a high school curriculum, in a Catholic school curriculum. So, things like career exploration, things like social emotional learning. And we do that through the classroom, but we also do it through guest speakers that will be bringing to campus for various items throughout the year. And I'll touch a little more on that as we go along. The other exciting thing that we're going to do, and that our students are going to have access to, is independent study courses that will be facilitated by our faculty and also be introduced to them in an online program with partnership with colleges. That will be rolled out a little later on this semester, where students can and will have the opportunity to get an extra semester worth of credit and maybe explore a subject that they might not have been able to do in a normal high school curriculum. It also gives our students that do some unique things, be it dance, art, aviation, any of those kind of things that are, possibly outside of an athletic program or outside of a normal extracurricular program that a high school would offer, they would have a chance to turn that into a course facilitated by a teacher for credit. So, we'll be talking to the kids about that as time goes on. The other great academic thing, if you look at the bubble below that I just checked, is it also Discovery Days are also going to enable us to enhance some of our existing academic subjects. So, for example, we can create double periods, which will accommodate lab sciences. So, sometimes it's difficult to fit a chemistry lab into one period, one 50-minute period. But if we can create double periods at different points of the year, we can have a more robust and a better experience in the lab. It also, if you see that term PBL, that's educational lingo for project-based learning. So one of the things that a Discovery Day can do is create double periods. If a class wants to do something in constitutional law right now, we're currently having a trial simulation. So a double period would be for that. So if you think of academic, it's certainly going to enhance the existing curriculum, but it's going to allow us to think beyond the normal curriculum of what high school students will normally experience. So when we click over to student life, this is a huge one for us. So this is Discovery Days can be part of our advanced semester effort, field trips, team building events, and also, events that help build student culture, be it a field day, something like that. And the reason why you can fit it in on these days is it doesn't disrupt the normal flow of the academic schedule. And we always ensure that teachers and students will have an equal amount of time for every one of their academic subjects throughout the weeks. So nothing ever gets off schedule. You'll be getting a permission slip for one of our first field trips that's going to happen next Friday. We'll be taking the juniors and seniors. We'll be going to the Philadelphia Zoo and embarking on a day of science, animal science, but also business and career. So they will be speaking to, business professionals at the zoo, of course, trainers and animal scientists, but marketing, nonprofit development, all things of that nature will be, covered and facilitated by our faculty as they kind of navigate their way through the zoo. We like to fit these in the normal school day. But on that day, the freshmen will have their grandparents on campus for breakfast, and the sophomores will be continuing with their Chick-fil-A leadership program that we've partnered with. So it will be a very fun day. And then after the grandparents' day in the afternoon, the freshmen will do a team building event at a designated place. So stay tuned on that. The other thing for student life is it gives us a great chance to bring speakers onto campus to address, some of the issues that will pop up with normal teenage development. So bullying, navigating peer relationships, empathy, all those different things that we're talking about. Discovery Days is also where we can fit in a lot of our college and career exploration events like we are today. And then the last thing on student life is health and wellness. So one of the major school-wide events for a Discovery Day is that we'll have a health and wellness symposium. And what that will be is all types of, health professionals will come in, from doctors to nurses to athletic trainers to nutritionists, but also mental health professionals to talk about their careers and also promote health and wellness with our students. As I mentioned earlier, we'll also be doing social and emotional learning seminars and different topics with our kids throughout the year. And this is, of course, spread out through the entire year. And then healthy decision making. bringing in speakers that can talk about things like substance abuse and making good decisions, and having good habits and things of that nature, will be some things that some of those speakers will address throughout the year as well. And then finally, and I don't want to make this too long, is our Servant Leadership Institute. It's probably the thing I've been most excited about to start this year. I view servant leadership as faith in action for St. Joe Academy. As I told the freshman parents, religion, faith is not in vogue, especially with young folks right now. And I think as parents, it's very difficult for us, um, to foster that in a world where, our teenagers are exposed to so many different things, positive and negative. I mean, that's a discussion for another time. But I do firmly believe, and in my experience, some of the best experiences that I've had in my professional life and certainly in my high school life, but some of the best experiences I've had with students have been on service trips, have been at retreats and different things of that nature. So we want to bring that a little more to the forefront at St. Joe, and with the thought of our students being able to see the face of God in loving service to others, and developing those skills, to help them navigate through the world, but, having empathy and, promoting that now so that when they get older, they can be, change agents in their community, and maybe create a better world than the one we're living in. So what that means for us is our kids will get off campus and have a wide variety of experiences, everything that could be from, organize, helping partner with a church and doing, clothing drives, to walking across the street to the Hamilton Family Success Center and spending time with the elderly and serving, handing out food at the food pantry, to going to Camden and working at a soup kitchen, and serving and helping cook those meals for those folks. We already have many partnerships with them, but, other things we'll be doing, because, some of those, a Camden experience is not for a young kid, one of our younger students at this point. So we'll be doing things like working with Special Olympics. We'll be working with animal rescues from time to time, because we want all of our students to experience some element and kind of grow as they grow through their 4 years, just to give them kind of a body of work. So one of the additional items, if you look at these discovery days, one of the overarching goals that I have for our students is that during their time and experience at St. Joseph Academy, they can build a portfolio, and building that portfolio to present themselves to future employers, summer jobs, and of course, college and career as they move forward, and kind of bringing in the elements of academic student life and this idea of servant leadership, to make them present their best self. So they'll be building this portfolio all through their 4 years and compiling that through their 4 years, as they navigate through their high school experience. So with that being said, I hope this gives you a little bit of clarity as to what we're hoping to accomplish with the Discovery Days. I do realize this is probably a month late, but quite honestly, a lot of this is, still developing. As we develop new partnerships and opportunities for the kids, I don't ever want to be a person that, that we can't be flexible and we can't be fluid in that particular moment. So we have these days created as opportunities to do that, but also to keep the integrity of our academic, and the skills that our students need to navigate through high school and beyond. So I think this is a blessing, but if you have any questions, please, please, please do not hesitate to send me an email or give me a call. as we navigate ahead. One of the huge game changers is we were able to purchase a shuttle bus to help with our students for after-school activities, but also for some of these endeavors. And a couple of our staff were licensed and got their student transport license, and we will actually be having more staff do that as well, just to create um, more opportunities to get our kids from point A to point B, like I said, for after-school activities and on these different discovery days. So thank you so much. I hope to see you all at one of our events after school, games. I've seen so many of you at the games, and the culture has been great this year, and the amount of compliments I've gotten and that we've received from our kids, be it on when they're doing service or them rooting their classmates on in the game, has been amazing. And I've received more compliments in the first month of school than I have in the past 3 years since I've come to St. Joe. So that is a testament to your children and how wonderful they are and the values that you're giving them at home. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon, and God bless.